Okay, so picking up where we left off at point 26, principles of prevention disinfecting foot spas and pedicure equipment. Equipment that contains water for pedicures must be cleaned and disinfected after every pedicure, and the information must be entered into a logbook. Some state regulatory agencies allow single-use tub liners in pedicure equipment. Check with your state's agency. I cannot stress this enough, guys. Even if you are working in a salon that does pedicures and they use a single-use tub liner, your foot spa that the liner goes into still needs to be filled up with water and disinfectant, following manufacturer's instructions on the measurements, and it needs to sit and be ran for a full 10 minutes. Principles of prevention soaps and detergents. Chelating soaps, also known as chelating detergents, work to break down stubborn films and remove the residue of pedicure products such as scrubs, salts, and masks. Hard tap water reduces effectiveness of cleaners and disinfectants. Here in Arizona, we have hard water, so we need to make sure that we are using the proper amount of disinfectant. If your area has hard water, ask your distributor for pedicure soaps that are effective in hard water. This also helps. Point 28, principles of prevention, additives, powders, and tablets in the dispensary. Additives, powders, and tablets cannot be used instead of EPA-registered liquid disinfectant solutions. Remember, there are no shortcuts. Keep the dispensary clean and orderly with the contents of all containers clearly marked. Keep product MSDS sheets in a convenient central location for employees. Everybody should be able to access the MSDS sheet, mainly because of safety, and it contains the first aid information should any of these products be misused on accident. The dispensary is the area where we clean and disinfect tools. It's also the area where you keep chemicals. Our dispensary in the classroom salon would be our sink counter area, as well as our dry storage or cabinets there. Point 29, principles of prevention handling single-use supplies and hand washing. Throw all single-use items away after one use. Anything exposed to blood must be double bagged and marked with a biohazard sticker, separated from other waste and disposed of according to OSHA standards. This protects everybody from the time the blood spill happens, like say you accidentally cut yourself or you accidentally cut your client. Unfortunately, this happens. We try not to let it happen, but it does. That is what they're talking about. So the blood spill has to be double bagged in a Ziploc bag with a biohazard sticker. This lets everyone in the salon know. I always tell you guys to think, like, imagine a 2-year-old in the salon. They are going to be doing all kinds of things. They're going to be causing a ruckus, running around the salon, maybe digging in the trash. This protects them from coming into contact with someone else's blood, okay? It also protects your trash bin. It protects it all the way to the dump so that we are looking out for everybody's safety. After that, you are to wash hands thoroughly before and after each service for your full 20 seconds. I know you guys are knowing how to do this because it's everywhere you look. People are teaching you how to wash your hands in case you didn't know already. Minimize the use of antimicrobial and antibacterial soaps. Point 30, principles of prevention waterless hand sanitizers. Antiseptics are also known as hand sanitizers. They are basically disinfectants for the skin. They are chemical germicides formulated for use on the skin and are registered and regulated by the Food and Drug Administration, also known as the FDA. Antiseptics can contain either alcohol or benzoyl conium chloride, which is less drying to the skin than alcohol. Use hand sanitizers only after properly cleaning your hands. So hand sanitizer, you guys, is not a substitute for hand washing. It is an extra step added to your hand washing routine to disinfect the skin. Okay? I want to make sure that that is known. It is not a replacement. It is in addition to. Point 30, principles of prevention, waterless. Oh, sorry, I just did that one. 31, universal precautions. Universal precautions are guidelines published by OSHA requiring employer and employee to assume that all human blood and bodily fluids are infectious or blood-borne pathogens. You guys hear me say this all the time. Universal precautions means we do not discriminate against anybody or any reason, okay? It means we treat everybody exactly the same, like they have an infectious disease. Just because somebody doesn't look sick doesn't mean they aren't sick, okay? So that's why we practice universal precautions. Blood-borne pathogens are more difficult to kill than germs that live outside the body. Clients may be asymptomatic. I'm sure you guys have heard this word in the news lately. Asymptomatic means they are showing no signs of infection. They may have an infection or a disease or a virus, but they do not show any signs. That means somebody looks completely, perfectly healthy, clean, pretty, but they have a disease, okay, or an infection. So just be careful. That's why we